Hello, my fellow Slayers. This is Muluja, and welcome back to Dauntless. It's been a while. I think it's been since September the 11th or the 12th when we looked over the bounty system. In the meantime, there were some news bulletins out there, but they were not, well, anything. They were game related, of course, but there wasn't actually any real content or real reviews in that. Well, today we've got some other news, but yeah, let's quickly check over the previous announcement that they made, starting with September the 12th, the 1.0 launch. So yeah, September the 12th, 1.0 launch, Aether Unbound. A letter from Jesse Houston. We started Phoenix Labs with a vision. We were 7 developers who believed in redefining the way players shared their gaming experience. Now in 2019, we're over 100 strong, and you, the Dauntless community, have been with us every step of the way. So the newsletter goes on. September 26th marks a special celebration for Slayers everywhere. Dauntless will leave early access and launch 0.1 with its latest patch, Aether Unbound. As we look back on the last 5 years, we reflect on just how amazing the journey with you has been. On behalf of everyone at Phoenix Labs, thank you for joining us on this adventure. Not long ago, we discussed what our 1.0 release would mean to us. Ever since the launch of our technical alpha in 2017, we've been partnered with you and listened to your feedback. We've worked together to make the Shattered Isles a home for millions of Slayers. Every one of you has been instrumental in shaping the game into what you see today. Since the launch on console earlier this year, we've continuously iterated and improved Dauntless for players worldwide. In Fortune and Glory, we introduced a brand new game mode, Trials, complete with rewards for even the most skilled of Slayers. With Aetherbound, we're expanding the world even more with the addition of the Aether Strikers, Tempestborn, Stormclaw, and the bounty system and more. The bounty system we already had a look in, and today we're gonna look into Aether Strikers as well. That's basically what we're working towards. So yeah, hang back a little bit. Aether Unbound celebrates the culmination of the last 5 years of Dauntless development, and it's also the next step in our journey together. We have even more exciting content coming soon this year and beyond. More behemoths, more weapons, more challenges, and more ways to slay. It's no coincidence we're calling this update Unbound. It's because our future together is limitless. See you in the Shattered Isles, Jesse GTC Houston, the CEO and co-founder. There was also a video with it, but it was the video of we already looked at it. Come on, it's so losing my mind right now. The Nintendo Switch release, like it's that video where they show off a couple moves of the new weapons that we're gonna look at, and then a couple moves from the new behemoth that going into the heroic maelstrom. For the other news that we actually had, we can scroll down these. So Aetherbound and then Lore, the Power Within. It basically brings a story. I'm not gonna read the entire story, but if you're really interested in the lore, I read it myself. It's a pretty good story. It goes about the Seeker, the Master, and then the Aethersmith and the Alliance. Basically a story how they formed of the new weapons a little bit. So yeah, really nice. If you really wanna scroll through that, just pause the video and read through it. If you can read it from here, else go to the site as always. So yeah, latest news, what we want to actually look at, and I'm a little late with this update as well. So September the 19th, preview of the Aether Strikers. When we first welcomed closed beta Slayers to Dauntless, there were only 4 weapons available in the game: the sword, the hammer, the chain blades, and the axe. Weapon mods and alternate specials were barely an idea yet, and even the war pike was still in development. Yeah, that's true. Only 4 weapons when I started this game. Great look back. Spent so much time and still need to do everything again for the mastery. Today, the Dauntless arsenal comprises 6 unique weapons, and on September the 26th, we'll be adding our 7th, the Aether Strikers, the Way of the Fist. In the hand of an experienced slayer, a weapon is an extension of intent, able to translate thought and instinct into effective, decisive martial action. The Aether Strikers are different. Instead of acting as an extension of itself, the Aether Striker function as a catalyst, transforming the very slayer who wields them into a weapon of flesh and deadly focus. But the Aether Strikers can only enhance what is already there. If you truly want to master the Way of the Fist and prove your worth to the Sacred Master, you'll need to do more than just throw a quick punch, combos, chains, mantras, techniques. Each aspect of the Aether Striker must be understood, practiced, and honed to perfection. I read through this last night before I went to bed, and yes, it's gonna be a hustle for me to actually learn how to play this. So hands-on slaying, the strikers are pugilists weapons, but they also have a spiritual component that through master them, you'll need to learn to charge up special energy called mantras and understand when to unleash their powers. Combos and mantras, there are three basic combos that feed into your mantras: Focused Assault, Spirit Barrage, and Mighty Squall. Successfully completing a combo while landing all three hits will charge its corresponding mantra. So for Focused Assault is the single eye, three quick hits and generate the focused mantra. So you're gonna be continuously doing this one to actually get the focused mantra up. Then to get the Spirit Barrage up, you're gonna need to do the combo of left hit and double right hit to get generate Spirit Mantra, the double eyes. And then the Mighty Squall is the three eyes, three powerful strikes generate the Might Mantra. So these are the three combos that you're gonna be able to do, Aether Strike combos for PC controls. Once you've charged up a mantra, you'll see a timer and two skills light up on your UI. So here we can see well, I think this is the timer, like the bar going down. We have the 1 icon, the 2 and the 3 icon. And we have two talents here. One is tap and one is hold button, like you use with your lantern ability. So they use this one for the mantras as well. Good thinking. The first one is Search, a skill you can use after gaining any mantra or using any technique. So that's gonna be the tap one. Tap your special button to execute a dash attack that punches through enemies. And this part is important, refreshes your timer. So yeah, every time you basically quick tap, you can dash through the opponent and actually punch him in the face or wherever you are gonna punch him in the butt if you want to. Timing is everything. Before we go further into techniques and combo chains, let's explain the mantra timer. This glowing meter lets you see how much time you have left before your current mantras expire. You can refresh it by either A, activating Search, or B, landing another successful combo before it times out. If it expires, you'll lose all of your current mantras charges and have to start over with another combo. Techniques. Perhaps the most important component of the Aether Striker systems are techniques. There are special moves that vary depending on how many mantras you have charged up. The Tempest form is the simplest technique, requiring only one mantra to use. Activated to focus your energy, increase your attack speed. This is a relatively long boost. So Tempest, one mantra, I believe that is the first one. So if you have the first one active, you can do, as far as I understand it, the Tempest form. And we see, I think it's the heavy knockback down, or I'm not really sure I understand what the simple technique rise one mantra activates to focus your energy, increase your attack speed. So yeah, okay, so it's a basic buff for attack speed. Okay, Tempest form. Karma Breaker requires two mantras and unleashes a forward strike. This strike damages the first target it hits and deals damage over time for an extended period. So pretty good. You can see that he actually flashes his, both his, I'm losing words all over. He flashes them off his gloves, he flashes them off his hands, charges them up and then punches them forward. So a Karma Breaker. Adamant Bolt releases a focused cannon-like blast of energy, dealing damage to the first enemy it hits. It also deals bonus damage if either Tempest form or Karma Breaker is active, and even more damage if they're both active. You need to light up all three mantras in order to use this one. So here we can see that he's actually jumping up and then using both to do a Kamehameha. Come on, let's be honest. It's basically Kamehameha. So yeah, this is really really nice. So the Adamant Bolt, mind over matter. While you might be tempted to blast Adamant Bolt after Adamant Bolt, you want to get the full benefit of your strikers without putting your strategic mind to work. First, consider that Adamant Bolt does its maximum damage only when Tempest form and Karma Breaker are active. That means you want to think ahead and consider the amount of time it takes to activate Bolt, Tempest form and Karma Breaker, the amount of time it takes to charge all three mantras in preparation for Adamant Bolt. when those timelines line up with a good window for unleashing Adamant Bolt, and how to best use combo change and search to keep your mantra timers from expiring. The more you play, the more your sense for striker timing will develop, and don't be afraid to practice on some lesser behemoths if you need the breathing room. As our most technically difficult weapon to date, the strikers may take a while to fully master. So basically you wanna do the one punch, the left punch constantly, till you charge up the speed. Then you wanna do left and 2 rights to do the forward strike and activate Karma Breaker. And then after Karma Breaker you actually wanna activate the third one, 3 heavy hits, to actually max out Adamant Bolt, as I see it. Like, that's gonna be the max combo, and that's gonna be the most effective one to actually increase Adamant Bolt's damage. Yeah, it looks really complicated in my book. I wonder how it's gonna work out. So the more you play. Interrupted. One more thing to consider before you strap on those strikers, it's the type of damage you'll be doing. Aether Strikers deals blunt damage, a type of damage best suited to staggering behemoths and cracking through Skarn armor. As a bonus, the Strikers' heavy strikes can also interrupt, so the next time you see a Shrike charging your way, go ahead and punch it right out of the sky. So yeah, I'm gonna modify my hammer build, as in my hammer build has all 3 cells for extra stagger. So this is gonna be one hell of a punch that I can blow out. Master and Crafter. Once Dauntless 1.0 launches on September the 26th, your source for all things Striker will be the Sacred Master, the herald of the Aether Unbound season. Look for her in the crafting quad near where Moira and Wills have their shops. So this is gonna be in the corner. I think the weaponsmith is over here, and then yeah, Wills is over here somewhere. So Slayers will get access to the Aether Strikers fairly early in the progression, right about the same time you get your first pair of repeaters. Once you've grabbed the Sacred Master quest, you'll be able to talk to her for all your striker crafting needs, and there will be quite a few. Just like with the sword and the warpike, you'll be able to craft a unique set of strikers for each behemoth you slay. Okay. So these are some... You can see Skarn in here, Pangar, Helion. I've fought him a couple times this week. I can't... These two I'm not really sure. Yeah, these 3 were pretty obvious. We also added a mastery card for the Aether Strikers full of special objectives and unlocks builds for specifically for our newest weapon. Take a look after you equip your first set. See you in 1.1 Slayers. So yeah, this update does look amazing from the start. The new weapons do look amazing from the start. I'm really curious to see what it can do, but I can hear the sound of my game that logged off in the background, and I'm not really sure if that's actually copyrighted, so I'm gonna stop talking here. Yeah, Aether Strikers, it's looking really nice. September the 26th, so 6 more days, guys, 6 more days. So there we go, new weapon, the fist weapons coming in 6 days, guys, and they're looking good. 3 different combos to actually, to actually completely max out your latest and heaviest punch that you can do. I'm really looking forward to see how much I'm gonna fail with it. And as for my loadouts, yeah, like I said, I got a Warpike loadout with Acidic, Barbed, and Merciless, all the 3 different wound types. I got an Axe build that's not really special, still working on that, improving it. The Hammer build is kind of done with Knockout King, Pacifier, and Weighted Strikes. So all stagger damage increase. So basically I'm gonna be making this build a little more, maybe get some, because the set itself already had attack speed in it, so maybe I'm gonna put in a little more attack speed. The Molten is already attack speed in here, so we'll see what this set will do with the new fist. The sword weapon with Cutting, Molten, Predator, Rage Hunter. As you can see, I tried to max out all my buffs with 6 as much as possible, and then the Evasive Fury, Molten, Predator, Conduit, Agility, and Engineering. Repeaters as the build is right now. If you want to take a bigger look into my sets, I can always make a video about that, but I'm not really sure if you're interested in my builds. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you when 1.0 hits and we've got a new quest to complete.